What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got a lot of great Nintendo Switch and RPG news, but before we get into that, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, and click that notification bell to get my videos first. Now, starting off, we are discussing the massive launch of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. As of the time that I'm recording this video, it is very close to launching, and I wanted to give you guys a pretty substantial sales update on what we're seeing with this game. Now, on Amazon, when it comes to current best sellers chart in the US, UK, Japan, France, Canada, Germany, and Spain, it's all #1. And in Japan, there are multiple versions of the same game, from the double pack to the Violet pack with cards and the Scarlet pack with cards with the singular packs that are all littered across the top 10 games. So it looks like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is going to be fairly substantial and actually help drive things quite a bit. Now, there was some concern that I saw, of course, on Twitter and also in other places, that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet might not sell up to what Pokemon Sword and Shield did, because there was not the controversy and people aren't talking about it as much as previous games that had controversy, like Pokemon Legends Arceus and also Pokemon Sword and Shield. But that doesn't seem to be the case with these pre-order numbers and what's been going on. We know that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet right now is the best pre-ordered game of all time at the COMG retailer in Japan, and I'm guessing because of the Nintendo Switch's massive 114 million plus unit install base, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is going to do extremely well, outselling in the first weekend or so the record set by Pokemon Sword and Shield and Pokemon Legends Arceus quite easily. We could see 7 million units plus here, so I think it's going to be a pretty big launch for this game. It's already looking pretty incredible, and based on some of the feedback from people that have already been playing the game now for I think like a week or so at this point, it seems like it's a very good Pokemon adventure. They've done quite a number of new things to change up the formula. Obviously not perfect, with the graphics not being that great from what we've seen, but everything else seems to be falling in line in terms of what they've done with the other things in the game. The 3 campaigns are really working out. The Pokemon, the moves, the quality of life features, the open-endedness of the game, a lot of the other things are really good. So that's definitely a positive. But what do you guys think about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet right now? It looks like pre-launch is going to be a monster and potentially set records for the Pokemon franchise and the Nintendo Switch itself. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, guys. We've got some new sales numbers for Elden Ring. The game, the RPG, the myth, the legend has continued to defy all odds, and the sales have now topped 17.5 million units, fresh off its multiple nominations at the Game Awards 2022. So publisher Bandai Namco and developer From Software, in its latest earnings report for the second quarter of the 2023 fiscal year, announced that the action RPG Elden Ring has sold over 17.5 million units worldwide. That includes physical and digital units. Now, this is up from the 16.6 million units as of June 30th, and 12 million units sold worldwide, and 1 million units sold in Japan as of March 14th. Elden Ring is available, once again, nominated multiple different times, and it's good to see that From Software stuck with what works for them. I think that a lot of times what you saw with From Software games, people would say, oh, this is niche, this isn't good enough, we don't really like it, it's too hard. Add a difficulty button options or different difficulties. People always try to dictate how they should make their games and what they should do, and they really didn't listen to all of the extra noise. Now, when it was actual feedback to make the game in terms of their vision and what they're trying to do better, I think that they listened, but for the most part, they created a game that they know that they wanted to make and continued to make better and better versions of that game, to the point now to where it's at the top of the top when it comes to sales and also review scores. Elden Ring was the #1 in 2022 when it comes to review scores, and one of the best when it comes to sales as well. So you only have to tip your cap to From Software, the developers, and what they've been able to do, and of course Bandai Namco for seeing what was going on there and giving them everything that they needed to get the type of game made that they wanted to make. So awesome stuff all around there. But what are your thoughts on Elden Ring topping 17.5 million units in less than 1 year? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, I wanted to discuss Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and its performance at the Game Award shows so far, the nominations, because I actually talked about this in a predictions video, and the game actually hit every single area that I thought that it would hit for nominations. I felt that Best RPG, also Best Score or Soundtrack, and Game of the Year were all a lock for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and that was the case here. Now, the best role-playing game is pretty much like my Game of the Year type of thing for me, with a few exceptions, because they got it right this year. This was actually pretty good, and I give them props for at least understanding or knowing what the best RPGs of this year were, or at least what you can say, hey, you know, for sure there's not any weird picks here, like, for example, Sifu in fighting games, when Sifu's not a fighting game, doesn't even have a versus mode where you can play against somebody else online or local. But when it comes to the role-playing games here, they define it as for the best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. And the nominees were Elden Ring, Live Alive, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And all of these games I really like. I'm not a huge fan of Elden Ring, but I played every single one of these games, and I beat Live Alive, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So they absolutely nailed this category. They got it right. They did a great job with that, and it's really cool to see Xenoblade Chronicles 3 get its due for RPG and get its due for Game of the Year. And finally, for Yasunori Mitsuda actually getting a nomination for music. This guy's been creating some of the best RPG and Japanese video game music now for decades, and he's never really been, you know, celebrated at all when it comes to the Western media. His games haven't really been nominated, so to see Xenoblade Chronicles 3 finally get that nomination, and for him to show the appreciation on Twitter in English as well, is just awesome to see. And I'm very happy for Yasunori Mitsuda. I hope he actually wins it. I hope they win it when it comes to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I don't think that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 has a chance at winning Game of the Year. I do feel that it has a slight chance at RPG of the Year, but Elden Ring is there as well, so I think most people are probably going to vote for Elden Ring. Plus, Live Alive, Pokemon Legends, and Triangle Strategy are all going to kind of pull votes away from Xenoblade. Nintendo fans are completely schmixed, especially big RPG fans, because all of those games were great this year. So Elden Ring might win it, but either way, to me, it's about the nomination. To me, it's about the recognition for the best games, and seeing stuff like Live Alive and Triangle Strategy, not the biggest budget games that sell 17 million units, or even sell 2 million or 3 million. They don't get up to there, but they get that recognition, and maybe more people will try them out when they actually see the games in front of millions and millions of viewers, because Jeff Keighley has the biggest gaming show on the world right now. So I think it's really important for these games to get that type of publicity to where they do better in the future. So shout outs to all the Xenoblade fans that made this possible. They kept on Keighley, they kept on Twitter, they kept on the panel, and they actually got some pretty cool games nominated, including Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but you kind of had to put it in there with its 89 average review score. It was one of the top 5 reviewed major games in the West this year, Metacritic. So I mean, it would look super weird if it wasn't in, considering the field or competition this year. But yeah, awesome stuff all around. Happy for Xenoblade, happy for Monolith Soft, and of course Yasunori Mitsuda. So what are your thoughts on this, guys, when it comes to the best role-playing game, and what game are you voting for if you're going to vote, or what was your favorite RPG of the year? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the final topic here, guys. It looks like we could be getting a brand new Naruto game. Yes, it's been quite some time, but it looks like it's finally happening. So Bandai Namco has trademarked Ultimate Ninja Storm connections in Europe. So could we see that new Cyber Connect 2 Naruto game? It's been quite some time. So once again, Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections has been trademarked in Europe. Ultimate Ninja Storm is the subtitle of the Bandai Namco's Naruto video game developed by Cyber Connect 2. This is an arena fighter. Now, the latest entry, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, launched for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam back in February 2016, followed by Nintendo Switch version 4 years later in April 2020. Now, the Naruto Ninja Storm series has previously seen the release of 2 non-numbered titles. Now we're discussing Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations back in February 2012 and Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution in September 2014. A new Naruto game with the subtitle Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections has yet to be announced. So here's my expert opinion, and I say that jokingly, when it comes to this type of stuff with these trademarks. These always end up, for the most part, being correct because it's an official trademark from the company that does the ratings. You cannot fake this. Somebody from Bandai Namco within their licensing and agreements and copyright team, whatever the case is, right? Trademark this, paid for this. This isn't something that you just put in and anybody can just call it in like a radio hotline or something. It's actual money being exchanged. It's actual information. It's official. So somebody from Bandai Namco put this in here, and they don't call anything else Ultimate Ninja Storm. Nothing else is considered Ultimate Ninja Storm when it comes down to it. So it's definitely Naruto game. Now we just have to kind of wait and see exactly what game kind of takes shape from this, because I'm very excited when it comes to a new Naruto game. And at this point, after Shinobi Strikers and that mess of a game, yes, I'd like a better, non-arena fighter Naruto game, but I'll take anything at this point, even if it's an arena fighter, just so we can get something else. Because the Naruto Shippuden games, the Ultimate Ninja Storm, they do a good job of having sense and scale. A lot of the battles are even more bombastic and have way more flair than the anime or manga by a large margin. So it can be pretty fun to play those games if you're a fan of the series. And I've enjoyed the games over the years. I just got kind of burnt out on that same formula. But that formula works. Look, Demon Slayer recently came out on the Nintendo Switch, and it's pretty good, and it's like the same game, but just Demon Slayer, like a skin swap almost. And it works. It works well, fans like it, and it usually sells well enough here. But it's been a long time since we've had a new Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm. I mean, the fact that the last new one came out back in 2016, I mean, that's 6 years at this point. And if this game was coming probably next year, that'd be 7 years between releases, which is pretty substantial for a Naruto game, considering we got one pretty much every year or so back in the day, from like the GameCube Naruto Clash of Ninja all the way through to the PS3 and even the PS4 and Xbox One. We'd be constantly getting the games. So the fact that they're taking a break, and it looks like Cyber Connect 2 is on the case with this one, it seems like this might be far more substantial or different than anything that we've ever gotten. Could we get a true, real, like big, in-depth, highly rated Naruto game coming soon because they've taken this amount of time? Are they funding it with more money? Is it not just going to be the same engine and the same thing they've been doing for quite a number of times? Because all of those Storm games were pretty much felt the same, kind of looked the same when it comes to the graphics and the text and the fonts and the sound effects. Could it be an overhaul of the series? I really hope it's just something new. I really hope it's not just, hey, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, but like updated, right? Like Road to Boruto or anything like that. I really hope it's not just the same base. I really hope that it's something new and involved and different this time, because it would be great. It would be great to be excited about Naruto again. I'm a huge fan. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite anime of all time. So it'd be great if we just got something substantial here from Bandai Namco. But it does seem like it's going to be happening, and it should be announced maybe next year with this new trademark, that it is 100% official. So something definitely seems to be in the works here. We just kind of have to wait and see exactly what it's going to play out to be. But like I said, either way, I'm very excited to get something new from them, because we need it. Like, we need something at this point. So what are your thoughts on this, guys, when it comes to Pokemon and the huge sales for Scarlet and Violet that are brewing, Elden Ring, in addition to the best role-playing game nominees with Xenoblade Chronicles being nominated multiple times, and of course this story as well? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, and click that notification bell to get my videos first. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.